Universal Studios, take one. Hello, boys and girls around the world. My name is Mrs. B, and I'm a teacher in the United States. I'm so glad that you're able to join me today for a very special read aloud. But before I begin, I have a hello song just for you. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Hello, boys and girls around the world. How are you? How are you? I'm glad you're here to read and learn. We know we'll have some fun today. We love school every day. And so will you. I know Mrs. B has a terrible singing voice, boys and girls, but I so wanted to share a song with all of you. And the book that I've chosen today is called Knuffle Bunny. This book was written by Mo Williams, and this is the author that wrote the book. The person that drew the pictures in the story is called an illustrator, and it just so happens it's the same person, Mo Williams. Boys and girls, this book won a Caldecott Honor Award. That means that so many boys and girls around the world enjoyed reading this story. Boys and girls, this is called the front or cover of the book. And if we turn it around, this is called the back of the book, boys and girls. Now, if we turn it over again to the front and we look at the title and the picture, and then there's a photograph in the back, what do you think that the story is going to be about? Yes, there's a little boy and a bunny, and there's going to be Daddy in this story. And boys and girls, I wonder if there's something going to happen to the bunny. We're going to find out shortly, boys and girls. Before we begin, we're going to go over some punctuation marks that you're going to see in this story, and then you might see them also in other stories that you read. The first one is called a comma. A comma means to pause when you're reading. It brings two or more thoughts together, or it's used to make a list of things. The next mark is called a question mark. And we put this at the end of a sentence when we're asking something and we don't know what the answer is. We need somebody to answer it. The next mark is called a quotation mark. We have beginning quotation marks. It's a pair, two, and then we have a pair at the end, two. So when somebody starts talking, they put the beginning quotation marks, and when they stop talking, we put the end quotation marks. And the end quotation marks goes at the end of the sentence after the punctuation mark. The last mark is called an exclamation mark, but when you're very young, we call it an excited mark, boys and girls. At the end of the sentence, this shows great emotion. Or you can use an excited mark to show what? To give a command like sit down. Boys and girls, it's very important for you when reading, because reading means understanding the author's message. It's just not calling out a bunch of words. And if you cannot remember or answer any comprehension questions after reading a page, then you have not truly read anything, boys and girls. So I want your eyes and your ears on Mrs. B, because I'm going to be asking you several questions inside of the story. Boys and girls, are you ready for me to begin? This is a picture of the inside cover. And there is the bunny inside of a washing machine, tumbling around. That can't be good. And also on the next page, we have some photographs, and they're inside of picture frames, boys and girls. And this one right here is Mommy and Daddy are getting married. People are throwing rice at them outside of the church. And in this photograph, boys and girls, Trixie is born in the hospital. And Daddy is growing a beard. He's starting to. And then here in this photograph, Mommy, Daddy, and baby Trixie are living in the city. Boys and girls, this book takes place in the city of Brooklyn, which is in New York. Boys and girls, when Mrs. B reads, does she read left to right or right to left? I read left to right. I go to the next line and read left to right, left to right, left to right. Good job. Not so long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy, and there they are in the city of Brooklyn in New York. And there is Trixie, there is the bunny, there is Daddy, and Mommy is waving goodbye. And boys and girls, where do you think that they are going? When we guess what's going to happen next in the story, this is called a prediction. And we guess based on what Mrs. B has read so far. And boys and girls, this book is going to have photographs taken by Mo Williams and also illustrations. How cool is that? I haven't seen too many books like this before. Trixie and her daddy went down the block and through the park. Down the block and through the park. Boys and girls, what is this punctuation mark right here? It's a comma. You are paying attention. I like that. They went past the school and into the laundromat. So if you made the prediction that they were going to the laundromat, you were correct. But here they are. They're passing the school. And then they are going to the laundromat to wash some clothes. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry into the machine. She looks like she's having trouble there, doesn't she? I wonder what's going to happen next, boys and girls, because I see the stuffed animal, the bunny, inside of the clothes basket. Wonder what's going to happen next. She even got to put the money into the machine. And then they left because it's going to be a while the clothes wash. Boys and girls, where do you wash your clothes at with your family? Do you have a washing machine and dryer at home or in your apartment or wherever you live? Or do you go to a laundromat? Mrs. B, when she was younger, used to go to the laundromat, but now that I'm older, I have a big house and I have a washing machine and dryer, and I'm able to wash my clothes at home now. Put a block or so later, Trixie realized, something. What is missing? No, the bunny, boys and girls. Oh no. And boys and girls, what is this punctuation mark right there? It's a period. Good job, boys and girls. Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "Aggle flaggle club apple." Oh no, that's right, replied her daddy. We're going home, but that's not what Trixie means. She's trying to tell Daddy, where is the bunny? Look at the expression on Trixie's face. How do I tell Daddy the bunny is missing? Aggle, flaggle, clabble, said Trixie again. Blaggle, plabble, wumpy, flappy. Oh, snurp. Oh, no. Maybe this is going to get Daddy's attention, boys and girls. Now, please don't get fussy, said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled, "Oh, wah!" She went boneless. Oh, no. Daddy is just not getting what she's trying to say, boys and girls. She did everything she could to show how unhappy she was. By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. Boys and girls, what color is this man's shirt? Purple. Good job, boys and girls. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, "Where's Knuffle Bunny?" See, Mommy knows. Uh-oh. Boys and girls, where is Knuffle Bunny? Let's make a prediction. Where do you think Knuffle Bunny is? Let's find out. Mrs. B thinks he's at the laundromat. They left him there. The whole family ran down the block and they ran through the park. So they're retracing their steps to see where Knuffle Bunny is. They zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. Trixie's daddy looked for Knuffle Bunny and looked and looked and looked some more, but Knuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. Boys and girls, he's not in the laundromat. Or is he? Where do you think he is? I think he might be in the washing machine, because if you remember the inside cover, Knuffle Bunny was tumbling around in the washing machine possibly, or the dryer. So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder until Knuffle Bunny was inside the washing machine, boys and girls, tumbling around. Boys and girls, what are all these marks? Right there. Excited marks. You were paying attention, or when we're older, we'll call them exclamation marks. And those were the first words Trixie ever said. The end, boys and girls. Did you like this book, Knuffle Bunny? Give it a thumbs up. Boys and girls, if you did not like this book, give it a thumbs down. I gave it a thumbs up. Mrs. B really enjoyed reading this book to all of you. Now, boys and girls, I have an activity for you to do with your families at home. Are you ready? I want you to retell and act this story out from beginning, middle, and to the end. So you're going to need several family members, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandparents, mom and dad. So what you're going to do is somebody has to be Trixie, one person. That could be you. And then we will have Daddy. Somebody play Daddy. We need somebody to play the narrator, to tell the story like I was the narrator, Mrs. B. And then, of course, Mommy. And then we need a stuffed animal. And it doesn't have to be a bunny, but it would be nice to be a bunny, but it doesn't have to be a bunny, boys and girls. And I want you to act the whole story out. So it would be helpful to go to your local public library and check out Knuffle Bunny, or even buy it like on Amazon, so that or bookstore, that you can have it in your house every day. Boys and girls, I have a special treat for you. Somebody is visiting me in my office, and this is also my classroom in my house. And I wonder who the guest could be. It's Garfield. Oh, Garfield, thank you so much for joining Mrs. B and all the boys and girls around the world. Would you like to say goodbye to them? Oh, he would. Boys and girls, Garfield and I would like to say to you, reading is fundamental. And I want to say thank you for joining Garfield and I today. And bye for now. Hope to see you again soon.